So the hit new Fallout TV show just came out, and the new next-gen update for Fallout 4 is out. Is this update any good? Like with all updates for Bethesda games, especially for PC players, definitely for PC players, they are usually not a welcome thing. There's kind of like a back and forth that's been going on between Bethesda and the modding community where we almost don't even want them to update their games because there's always like, you know, Skyrim, Oblivion, unofficial patch, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, unofficial patch, bug fixes made by the community. And typically what happens is when they roll out some kind of mod, the first thing to break is the script extender because it needs to be updated to be run with the newest version of the game. And then with that, you know, assuming that the people, the saints, the absolute saints who manage these things and update their mods and update the script extender, when they get around to doing it, and they're usually pretty quick, to be fair to them, they're usually very fast, it completely breaks everyone's save, like, modded playthroughs. Because the script extender is typically used to add a bunch of mods to these games. And every time they roll out a new update, I know I am always dreading it, and it's forced on us too. On Steam, you cannot disable updates. The only way you can really get around it is by just leaving an account in offline mode and just backing up all the game files, so that if you accidentally go into online mode when playing one of their games, you can like update the files, like get rid of the new files, like go back in offline and basically run the game this way. This is kind of like a stupid workaround, but typically when they update their games, it's kind of an issue, right? Because it breaks a lot of the mods. It breaks almost all of the mods a lot of the time. Simple things like texture replacements, mesh replacements, animations, stuff like this tend to not break the game, or tend to not get broken when they update the game. But I can guarantee you, right now I'm playing in offline mode, so even if they update the game, it won't be pushed through to my save file. Because I know once I get this thing, it's going to just completely ruin... I don't want to go over there. I'm on a survival mod. I have a bunch of survival mods. I'm going to get demolished by this, it's like robot dude in there, so I'm not going to aggro that. But I know that as soon as I update, it's going to break all my save files, so... That's the first update. But the second update... Or the second problem, the first problem, and the second problem. The second problem is that the actual update itself introduces new bugs and is causing issues beyond just the standard breaking of the mods. And a lot of people are pointing out there's like performance issues, the widescreen. You might notice I'm on an ultra widescreen monitor and I am not using the newest version of the game. So how did I fix this? We have this thing on PC called mods, and mods fix everything. So we don't need ultra wide like screen fix officially supported. I mean, it's great that they're adding this retroactively to some degree, but like we don't need it. I'm already currently using a thing that works, that there's anyone can download on, you know, Fallout 4 Nexus, and it's totally fine, and I prefer it. Oh Jesus, that that's a, you know, let's make this a little interesting in this video. Let's like go for it. At his head. Oh, I missed somehow. That hit. That hit. That's probably gonna... I'm probably gonna die. Let's get out of here. This is a survival playthrough that's actually pretty difficult, so I'm just gonna run. But the other issues that people have been running into are like things are missing like textures or something, and it's having like the exclamation point. Like performance is... I don't even know what is going on over there. I think someone else is attacking them now. There are other issues. But obviously the main one of mods breaking is always a problem. Now, for the actual intended purpose of this, like the quote-unquote next-gen update, like, is that actually the thing? Like, the idea, right, is that they're going to support the next-gen consoles. But the thing is, it's like, why apply it to PC? Like, make it, like, an optional download or something. I don't think they should brute force updates to their games if, like, their games have not been supported directly for, like, a few years. Like, Fallout 4 is a pretty old game by now. At least by today's standards, it's like a few years old. So like, why, like, don't make it like an optional resource pack or something that can be toggled on and off. Like forcing, I think Bethesda needs to change the way they handle mods. And this, I'm speaking from like a Oblivion modded user, Skyrim modded user, and Fallout 3, New Vegas, and, you know, Fallout 4 modded user. Like, I think the way they update their games and that it always breaks mods with like the new game version is not ideal, and they should change it so that it doesn't do this. But it does do this, so that's like the big issue, right? They keep updating their games and then it breaks all of our mods. There's some mods that were really cool in Skyrim 32-bit. The current version of Skyrim that most people use is Skyrim Special Edition, which is 64-bit. The Skyrim 32-bit, it was more unstable, but there were some very interesting mods that after some updates no longer worked, and the mod authors, you know, they have lives, they're just doing this for a hobby, like they don't owe us anything, but they would, you know, not make an update, which they don't have to, it's all for free anyways, so, and then the mods would just no longer be supported, and then, you know, you'd have some really cool mods that add some cool features to the game that, you know, frankly, these games tend to be missing. And then, you know, one update later, it just no longer works at all, and there's nothing you can do about it. Unless someone else tries to update it and fix it, which, you know, it's completely up to them. I'm just, like, shooting these dudes from super far away. Like, even this weapon right here, I think this is an R700 with, like, iron sights. This is a modded weapon. I think this is, like, a P220 or something. Oh, they see me. They definitely see me now. I die in like a handful of attacks. Yeah, I'm about to die right now. They see me. It's a modded survival playthrough, so we gotta be a little careful. I'm about to die right now. Okay, let's go. Let's heal really quick. And let's wrap this up, too. So we're kind of getting to the end of the point of this. I think they shouldn't update their games, basically. I think Bethesda needs to stop updating their games and breaking all of our mods. And that they should just, honestly, I think they should split the versions too. Like, if your whole purpose for the update is to update consoles for next gen, like, why throw that on PC? Like, I know they're trying to do a cool thing and give us a free update, and that is usually a cool thing. Like, if it's for a game that doesn't have mod support and as many modders as these games tend to have, it's cool because it's like, you know, there's not much new content for a game, and then they add some new content. And, you know, you get to experience some new armor, some new weapons, some side quests, whatever. That's great. But the mods are so extensive in this game. Like, breaking the mods is actually, I would say, worse of a thing than adding new content. Because, like, oh, we added Enclave Remnants. It's like, we've had that since, like, near launch, dude. Like, we've had that mod forever. We've had several Enclave power armor, like, sets. And, like, there's a whole quest line. There's like an Enclave quest line called like America Rising or something like that, or it's called something along those lines. But there's like this entire post-game quest line some modders made that adds like Enclave and stuff. So like we've had all of this stuff. We've had the incinerator added, and you know, the Tesla cannon and all these things. So it's like it's cool that they're adding it, but I think there's like a disconnect between the company and their PC player base, where like we've been modding the crap. Now I don't make these mods, so. But people have been modding the crap out of these things forever and adding like all sorts of weapons and, you know, new animations and frameworks and all these sophisticated things. So like for consoles, that's a cool update because like they don't really have as like the same access to mods as PC players. So that's definitely something that I would say would benefit consoles more. But if an update, especially one that's been being worked on for this long, introduces all these bugs, that's a bigger issue, especially for PC, which is already... Like, I still get crashed to desktops, even though I don't have mods that are in conflict. It just happens. Like, there's almost nothing you can do about it. You can run the most stable mods, and you'll probably still get some random weird exception crash where, you know, something spawns in and it's supposed to be... It's supposed to have, like, a certain weapon or whatever. Like, I don't know the details as to why these things crash. I just know that it just still does it. But... Unfortunately, you know, anytime they update their game, it breaks mods, and as far as I know, they haven't really been experiencing mods, like console players haven't been experiencing mods, so it's just a PC thing. So I think they need to be careful with how they update their PC version of the game, and maybe allow players to opt in to certain versions, so that way, that would be the best solution, right? Like Minecraft does this, because like, Mojang understands that players are going to mod Minecraft, so they literally just let you choose what version of Minecraft you have installed. So then, if you need like a specific version for a specific mod kit or whatever, you can just install and run that version, and then they can still allow you to play the new update, but you're not forced to. I also think Steam shouldn't force updates either, because I think that's an issue. Now, I understand that it's like for the game developers so that they can enforce that the game is on a certain version, so that if players encounter some issue that was fixed in that version, the newest version, that's not a problem, and they want to give the developers more control than the players, which I understand. But I think for like these games, the way they need to handle it probably should be similar to how Minecraft is handled right now. That makes the most sense. Otherwise, you're just going to be constantly pushing out. Like sometimes they would update like the most trivial thing. They do like bug fixes and then update the game version. Then it just breaks everyone's mods for like 2 weeks, and it's like, why though? Do we need this? But that's it for this one. I just want to talk about the situation. Someone who plays Fallout and Skyrim a lot and has played Bethesda games since like Morrowind for quite a long time. Just want to throw my hat in the ring. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you next one. Peace.